Hi, my name is Shanice Robinson, and this is my video movement 11. A dance that I really like to do is a dance that I learned years ago in Intro to Dance. We called it the Magdalena, or the Magalena, and it was named that after the song Magalena by Sergio Mendes. I believe he's a Brazilian musician who actually just passed away recently, this past year or last year. Anywho, the Magalena is a dance in the Acoma style, which when I was in school was Afro-Brazilian in genre. I've always loved that dance. It's a group dance. It's so fun. It's so high energy. The only thing is I can't remember all of it, but I can remember some elements of it. And some elements from the Magdalena that I think relate to a dance that we've learned in over the course is like the hula or Pacific Island dances, basically just because of the way that the movements go and kind of how flowy it is, and it really goes with the music. So I think that those two dances really relate. The Magalena, I believe, is original choreography by my dance teacher, so I don't necessarily think it has any kind of spiritual meaning behind it, or any kind of practice. It was just a dance created for the course that by the time I got to school, they had been dancing it for years. So even people before us loved it. I think it has a lot to do with the song. It's a really great song. So in the Magdalena, you start off stage and the song begins with a cowbell that rings, and that's kind of your signifier to begin walking onto stage. So you walk to the cowbells, and then you come to the front, and from there, there's about 8 counts of marching. So you're marching in place, and then the music comes on, and that's when you start moving your arms. So your arms go up and your head follows your arms as you're dancing. And then the next step from there is a turn in a circle. And then we go. And that's about all I can remember from that. But I connected to hula because the arm movements and the flow reminds me a lot of the hula dancers. In hula, they also have a very unique skill that enables them to move their hips up and down very fast and also in a circle. I don't have the capacity to do that movement, but that kind of reminds me of this turn a little bit because there's a little hip action going on there. The hula originally was a religious dance, but when Hawaii was colonized, it wasn't allowed to be practiced anymore because the king brought over a new religion that everyone needed to follow. So the hula was banned. When it was reinstated, because Hawaii got a new king, it kind of developed into 2 different art forms. One that remained more of a traditional religious hula, and then the other that became more of an entertainment practice, which again kind of relates to the Magdalena because it is a dance that brings a lot of joy when you're doing it and also when you're watching it. For my movement, I fused the 2 dances together by switching the arms of the Magdalena that reach up to the sky and your arms follow to more of the ocean flow of the hula. The second change that I made was, instead of doing a full pivot, I tried to emulate some of the more slower hip movements that happen in hula, because not all of them are necessarily so fast, but they are really sharp and really defined. Like, you can really see the movement. I'm sure it takes tons of years of practice for them to make it look so easy, but yeah, so that is how I fused together the Magalena and the hula.
Vem Magalenha Rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é dia de sol, alegria de coió, é curtir o verão.